Welcome to How to Create Powerful Creative Stimulus. This is a do-it-yourself episode. I want to welcome back all of you to the Innovation Best Practices episodes, where each episode is specifically designed to help you sell more and make more from your innovation program. The advice here is proven and practical. If it isn't, you won't hear it here. A special welcome to people in 72 countries listening to these episodes. We have a variety of ways that you can listen to the information in Innovation Best Practices. We have VideoCasts that are on YouTube. To find them, you can just go to YouTube and in the search bar, put in Richard Innovation Best Practices. You'll get some search results. We'll be third, fourth, fifth, whatever it is in the list of those search results. And click on it, and you'll go right to the page where all of the currently available VideoCasts are. You can also listen to this as a podcast. To do that, you can go to i2ge.com. That's the letter I, number 2, ge.com/podcast. You can also go to iTunes and the podcast section, and again, in the search bar, just put Innovation Best Practices, and you'll find us. If you listen to this on iTunes, would really appreciate if you could consider giving us a 5-star rating and a review. What this does is really help elevate the visibility of these episodes for other people to see. Also, we have a free blog, which is at i2ge.com/blog, and free apps for iPhone and iPad at the App Store and for Android devices at Google Play. So you have a free VideoCast, a free podcast, a free blog, and free apps. It's free. And speaking of free, we also have a free twice-a-month newsletter. Why am I giving all this stuff away? Insights not available on any of the podcasts and VideoCasts are in this twice-a-month newsletter. It's very easy to get. Just go on your smartphone or phone and the text to the following number, 33444. 33444. One word, free 33. No spaces, free 33. And if you want to contact me, I love hearing from you. Just send an email to richard@i2ge.com. Okay, we're talking stimulus today and why you need it. Stimulus in a creative session immediately triggers a wide range of new thinking that in most cases would not happen were it not for the stimulus. Would not happen were it not for the stimulus. That's the critical role that stimulus plays. Utilize various types of stimulus is a very reliable method of dramatically increasing the number and quality of ideas. Here's what makes this so wonderful. It works virtually every time for any business with any group with any innovation need. That's true. Okay, 5 types of stimulus: background and grounding, broader perspective, recent developments, mind expansion, and inspirational. Let's take a look at the first one, which is background and grounding. The purpose of this is to provide the entire group in a creative session with an understanding of why the vision of success and strategy are right and how both of these were arrived at. It includes an understanding of the brands and businesses, things like size, types, and trends, and all that. It's typically a PowerPoint presentation, and it's often good if these presentations are distributed to members of the session before the session. That's because you want people to dive in and start really understanding the business. These presentations include key facts only. This is not the time for a data dump or to tell people everything you know about the business to try and impress them. This is not what this is about. You want key points that really make a difference. The responsibility for developing this stimulus is typically the overall project leader who's part of the session. The person needs to be highly knowledgeable to be an effective participant in a Q&A that follows. After the stimulus is presented, other people in the session will ask questions, so you really want somebody that knows their stuff. Here's some real-life examples of that. If you're watching this as a video cast, you'll see a visual of Land O'Lakes history, which was a project that we did way back when. And they shared the history of the brand and how they got there, which was very good grounding for all the people in the session. They talked about some consumer needs, about how life is complicated, the pace of life, being well, and how their brand helps satisfy those needs. They also shared some facts that help people understand that consumers really wanted to simplify things, showing that 68% of people were looking to simplify their lives. 92% of people thought that life moves faster than it did a few years back, and all that sort of stuff. So all of this is kind of good grounding in the business. The second type of stimulus is broader perspective. And in this, you share recent and very recent business developments, including reports of future competitive plans and even speculation about how your market will develop in the next couple of years. You can also include a worldwide perspective of what's going on in products of your type, and even expand it to related products. Again, this is typically a PowerPoint presentation with far more visuals than words and facts. This is stimulus. Pictures really work. The responsibility for this is the internal experts in the session who typically develop these presentations, and it can come from marketing and or research and development, and consumer research, consumer insights as they're called in some companies, depending on the company. Here's some real-life examples from a project that we did that shows the evolution of adult experiential beverages, everything from coffee and cream through Starbucks to some things that were evolving in the hot chocolate and tea businesses and how they kind of all merged together. A very good way of helping people quickly understand with a very nice graphic how the future looks like it's going to be in this particular business. The third type is recent developments. And the purpose of this, it has some similarities to broader perspective stimulus, but is typically much more research news and developments relevant to the task at hand. And this can be technology, science, and broader and or specific research studies from national and internationally. The forms, again, is typically a PowerPoint presentation, and these can often become very heavy with facts, and you need to be careful with this. Again, stimulus presentations are best when they have only a few key facts and lots of pictures and visuals. The responsibility for this in the bigger projects are the external experts that you bring in, and they often prepare these presentations in advance, and in smaller projects they can be the right internal experts who develop these. Again, if you're watching a VideoCast, I'm going to show you some examples of this, and these are real-life examples, and on the screen right now is some charts and graphs that were used in a major presentation by an expert from Cornell. Also talked about differential heating of multi-food components, layered desserts, and chocolate sauces. Got everybody's appetite up and listening to all of this stimulus. And also showed on the screen now is a picture of a device and the layering of things and how all that can impact in the cooking process. So a lot of detail often comes through in these sorts of stimulus presentations. The fourth kind of stimulus is mind expansion. And this typically comes later in the session when the rate of new idea generation declines. Mind expansion challenges fundamental preconceptions of the way things work in life and the world. The forms of this, there's many forms for this, but we often use some YouTube videos loaded with startling facts and futuristic projections. Our favorite is a series titled Did You Know? And you can go to YouTube and search those words on YouTube and you'll get a whole bunch of videos. Also, we have developed some custom videos that can really get people shaken up. And by really shaken up, I mean they're going to get rock solid facts about things that they never thought were true, but indeed are. The responsibility for these in projects that we lead at Innovate to Grow Experts, i2g.com, it's our responsibility as the creative facilitator to have a variety of these presentations available. Which presentations are best is determined by assessing the need and the opportunity to jumpstart major new idea generation. So, mind expansion. The fifth is inspirational. And like mind expansion stimulus, inspirational stimulus is designed to help people think bigger, broader, and deliver the biggest ideas of the creative session. As a result, it tends to come later in the session. We use two basic forms of this. We have PowerPoint presentations that are visuals that use humor and highly unusual success examples. Maybe someday you'll be part of a session, you'll see these. Music and dancing. We don't do this a lot, but it can be another form of energizing a group. It brings a sense of fun and exploration, and people develop some innovative dance moves. It's rather interesting to watch. In the projects that we lead at Innovate to Grow Experts, i2g.com, it's the responsibility of the creative facilitator to have a variety of these options available. And which presentations are best is determined by assessing the need and opportunity to jumpstart major new idea generation. These are really good jumpstarters to get people to reach higher and bigger. Here's some more stuff on stimulus. In my 6 years as a professor in the School of Management at Arizona State University, I would demonstrate the power of stimulus. I would ask my students, take out a pad, write down all the places you would like to go on vacation. When you're done, draw a line underneath the last one. Then I would have people go to the back of the room in step 2, where I had laid out hundreds upon hundreds of travel brochures and asked them to add any more places that they would like to go on vacation to. And so they would do that, and they would come back, and we'd add up the number they had before and then the total number they had, and doubling and tripling of the ideas from step 1 always happen. We even had a quadruple one time. So this is a very, very simple, straightforward example of stimulus and how it dramatically impacts the ideas that you have. Here's another one, and this we haven't done this all the time, but we've done it many times, and it's actually very interesting. And this is about the power of an inspirational individual to inform and motivate higher-level creative idea generation. We used Dr. Bill Thomas in multiple creative sessions. He's from the graduate of the Harvard Medical School and one of the top aging physicians and scholars in America today. He showed up to the session. I had never met Bill before the first session, so I was out in front of the session waiting, and I see this guy walking up in some in a hoodie and beat up old sneakers on and blue jeans, and I'm going, well, I don't know who this is. And he comes up and he says, "Hi, I'm Bill." And so from right then I knew we had a very special individual. And he gave informal talks throughout a major creative idea generation session that helped produce an unprecedented number of major winning ideas. His presence and throughout the session, multiple stimulus occasions, no PowerPoint presentations. He would just get up and talk. And he captivated the audience and inspired some really, really big thinking. So something to consider. Here's some final thoughts. Stimulus presentations are directly tied to specific idea generating exercises. By that I mean you do a stimulus presentation, then you move directly into an idea generation exercise, which typically has anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 steps in it. And they also need to start a session with your stimulus with a step-by-step and minute-by-minute plan for your stimulus presentations. You've got a full inventory of them. You've got them loaded onto the computer when they're PowerPoint presentations in the sequence they're going to go. And you will quickly recognize that the plan needs to change. I talked about this a little bit earlier in another episode. And you will have all of your preparation and material to help you make adjustments. So stimulus is a lot of fun, and it's very powerful. Okay, if you want to learn more about innovation best practices, you can just go to the i2ge.com website. On the menu bar on the left, you'll see DIY Innovation Training. Click on it. There's a whole bunch of training programs there. If you don't see one that really fits your needs, hey, contact me and we'll develop a unique one for you. Here's what these are about. These are training programs to make you self-sufficient in your innovation program, so you don't need to hire expensive consultants like me and other people to do it for you. So this actually turns out to be a major cost savings for companies. Another thing you can do is buy one of my 6 books. This book is Proven Practical Innovation That Delivers Results. It's available only at Amazon in paperback and as a Kindle book, and it's value priced below my break-even cost. If you have suggestions, comments, or requests, as always, I love hearing from you. Just send an email to me at richard@i2ge.com. In the next episode, we're going to continue the how-to series, and this is going to be interesting stuff. How to create left brain and right brain idea-generating exercises. They are, I'll just alert you, they are very different, very equally powerful in their own way with the right audience. But this is fun and interesting stuff, and most of you are probably not aware of things like this. So make sure you tune in. As you know, I am always deeply, deeply appreciative of you taking time out of your busy day to spend it with me. I look forward to reconnecting with you soon, and until then, please have a great day.